Good morning, everybody. It is February 1st. I am back on trail after a night at the Green Hippie Hostel. I did some gear changes, which I will talk about later and show you when I sit down somewhere. I just got back on trail. It's only gone 100 feet or so, but I got to my first obstacle. I figured I'd show it to you. It's a river crossing. Trail apparently goes over there. So I should be able to get across pretty easily without getting my feet wet. If it was summertime, I could go swimming, but the water's too cold for that. I just took a warm shower. I'm not jumping into this frigid water. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Hey. So, I just started. Maybe 100 feet past that river. And I just wanted to say, as my video that I uploaded on the morning of the 1st from the hostel implied, I was at mile marker 99. I was actually at mile marker 99.7 at the road crossing, and so I'm pretty much at mile marker 100 now. But this right here is the first bridge over water that I've seen on the Pinhoti Trail. All the other water crossings have either been stepping across on stones or wading. So this is exciting development, seeing an actual bridge. Yay! Walked across the river on a bridge, which is pretty common on the AT, but not so common on the Pinhoti Trail. So, yeah, I'm just about somewhere in the neighborhood of mile marker 99 or 100 right now. I've got 38 or 29 days to do the other 250 miles of this trail. Because I want to be at Emakaloa for kickoff March 1st, 3rd. So, talk to you later. I gotta get hiking. We had bridges over two streams that barely had any flow, and now we're back to a stream with flow and no bridge. Thanks, Pinhoti. Alright, I need to kind of sit down here and get down. And once I'm down on the level of the stream, I should have no problem getting across dry. But I'll have to sit down here so I can get down, because I don't want to risk one of these thin branches breaking under, one of these roots breaking under my feet and dropping me 6 inches. Would hurt. Alright, so just finished having a break. My current goal, I've got about 247 miles left of the Pinhoti Trail, and I have 28 days before kickoff on the Appalachian Trail. Appalachian Trail kickoff is March 1st to March 3rd. So my goal, or my current plan, is to keep hiking on the Pinhoti Trail until probably February 28th, because this year's a leap year. Then get off, meet with a friend, do a resupply, laundry, shower, or whatever, and head up to Emakaloa for kickoff. And then after kickoff, I will make my way up to the Appalachian Trail, get a ride up to Springer Parking Lot, because I don't do the approach trail, and I will hike from there. So that is looking like my current plan. I will do as much of the Pinhoti Trail right now as I can, and then head up to the AT. So I gotta keep hiking. I've done about a mile, 1.1 miles today, and then I had a bit of a break. My short break turned into a longer break because I called my mom and we chatted for like 20 minutes. So, trail has been pretty smooth, pine forest for the most part, no rocks. So hopefully that continues and I can push some miles today. I'll talk to you later. Check out this beautiful waterfall. Trail followed it for a while in the stream, but That's pretty. I'm not gonna stick around or go crawling up on the rocks because it's late and I want to push on Miles. Well, it's about noon, but anyway, I want to push Miles. Yay, another bridge. This is the third bridge I've had today, although this is the first one over actual water. The other two are over like little swampy seasonal springs. Anyway, I'm gonna stop real quick here, filter a liter of water, drink it, and keep hiking. I picked up a small 23-ounce smart water bottle when I was in town, and I'm carrying that in the pocket of my my sweatshirt, so I can drink while I'm walking. I still want to find some sort of collapsible canteen, but for now that'll work. So I dropped a piece of gear today when I was at the Green Hippie Hostel. I've been carrying a pair of windbreaker style pants since I started. My thought was on days when it's windy or wet, I can wear the windbreaker pants over my regular sweatpants that I wear. These are the sweatpants I normally wear, but I just haven't worn them the entire time I've been out here. The couple times when it was wet and rainy and I hiked anyway, I wore a pair of wool long underwear underneath these pants, and I was fine. So I'm not going to carry stuff that I'm not going to wear. So I haven't worn those at all. And so I left it at the Green Hippie Hostel. Despite the name, they were not in fact associated with weed. I didn't see any sign of them being potheads or there being any weed there. So Green Hippie Hostel does not mean weed. Well, this might just be the weirdest thing I've ever seen on any trail. 3 shotgun shell casings. I'm maybe a mile from the road, so I'm gonna pick them up and I'll dump them on the side of the road because I don't want to carry them that far. But I'll carry them to the road, get them off the trail. And yes, I know I'll be littering on the side of the road. But... So I've come like 3.5 miles already today. It's about 1:30 or so. Correction, it's 1 o'clock. So that's not bad. The trail has been really smooth today. And like pine needles, and also it's just been really smooth and nice. Very few rocks. I had a little bit of rockiness around that waterfall earlier, but that's been it. It's been really smooth and level, nicely graded, nothing dangerous. So I feel like I'm cruising even though it's taking a while. I'm going to try to hike until 5 today. My goal is to make like 7 miles total today, which will be pretty good. Anyway, talk to you later. Alright, so this is the sign on the other side of that Forest Service road I just crossed. I started today at CR24, so I've already done 4 miles. I feel like I'm cruising. I did take an hour break at 10, from 10 to 11, and I took like a 20-minute break at noon. But I've done 4 miles, that's pretty fast. So yeah, I've got a few more miles to do today. It's 1 o'clock, let's see how far I can go. The sign might say I did 4 miles, but according to Far Out, I only did 3.7. Still, I'm going pretty fast. I think I got my pack tiled in. It feels like nothing, even though I've got like 6 days of food in there. It's a little heavier now because I put my sweatshirt on the pack, but I'm sweaty. And I'm only carrying a little bit of water. I didn't actually fill up what I said I was going to. I just rested for a minute and then put the bottle on my pack and I'm hiking. I got some water coming up, so I'll rest again and get some water if I need it. It's 3 o'clock, well, 2:20. I've come 6 miles exactly. I stopped to next to a stream with a campsite. This is where I was originally planning on camping, but I've got another hour and a half of daylight, so I don't know, maybe I really should try to push on. It's another 1.5 miles to the next campsite though. I took my shoes off. I'm resting my feet a little bit. They're sore. Airing out my socks a little. I don't know. I'll think about pushing on or resting tonight and hiking more tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll let you know later. Alright, it's 3:30, and I'm already 0.3 past where I took my shoes off. I decided to push on to the next campsite. So, got a little more than a mile to do. Yeah. Hopefully I get there before the full dark. I'd like to be able to set my tent up well, then get some water while it's still light. But I'm not going to make it to the northern terminus of the Pinhoti Trail if I stop hiking at 2:50. So, pushing on, doing another 1.5 miles for you guys. I think what I'm looking at right now is helium balloons that somebody released into the air and they landed in a tree. I'm going to take a picture and put it on the Pinhoti page, so hopefully somebody, some trail maintainer can come out here and clean that nonsense out. But, well, there's my campsite for the night. That's 7.5 miles hiked. I'm very glad I decided to put my shoes on and keep hiking after I rested for a minute at that spot, 1.5 miles back, or 1.6 back technically. Looks like sounds like I'll have highway noises. I'm pretty close to Highway 20 right now, but I'm willing to suffer. Cleared out, knocked out probably the most important thing you can do before setting up a tent is testing out the ground where you're going to set up your tent. As you can clearly see, I'm laying down on my foam pad, just seeing if the ground is comfortable. I'll lay on both sides for a minute, my back. I've had so many times where I've spent the night feeling like my head is sliding into the ground or I'm sliding down into the end of my sleeping bag. It's just very important to be comfortable when you set up your tent. So yesterday when I got off the trail to go to the green hippie hostel, I was feeling pretty nauseous, and I had several bouts of diarrhea, which I know you don't want to hear about. But I became convinced that after the ice storm, I left my water filter outside in the tent, and it froze, and I can't imagine how it didn't freeze. So I think it broke. I think I got some bad water the other day, and I think that's what was making me feel ill. I got some electrolytes at the hostel. I got some good town food. Well, not good town food, but I got some good food. I got some electrolytes, and I got a new water filter. So that's really what this is about. It's the Swear Mini, which I'm not a big fan of, because it tends to be really slow, and get clogged up really easy. But it'll do until I can get a full-sized one. So, unfortunately, Walmart was out of them. The Swear Squeeze have gone on clearance at Walmart. I don't know why, but until I can find a outfitter that has the full-size Swears, I'll have to suffer with this one. So the hostel I stayed at last night had these. This is a veggie mix with green beans, sweet corn, sunchokes, which is another name for Jerusalem artichokes, and sweet potatoes, freeze-dried, 1.5 ounces. This was $5.25. And then this, just straight sweet potatoes, was $4.25. And they didn't weigh it because I said it doesn't matter. But yeah, these, I couldn't help myself. I've been looking for ways to flavor my food. As you know, I started with mushrooms. I ran out of those. I still have the tomatoes. But I'm out of the mushrooms. So I got these to replace that. And hopefully it'll make my food taste better. I'll just add it in as like a spice. It's freeze-dried, so basically it's just going to turn to powder in my pack. But it'll add flavor, good flavor, hopefully, to my food. I also found this in the hiker box at the Green Hippie Hostel. To whoever left it, thank you. This is pretty amazing. I'm not going to eat it tonight because it's lightweight and it'll last pretty long. But the Good To Go brand is pretty fantastic. I would love to have more of their food, but it's so expensive. I mean, this single meal is $7.25, so or more. I mean, looks like a label got ripped off. But this is a fantastic brand. I love it. If you're vegan, or not vegan, if you're vegetarian, this is a good brand to go for. But I think most of their food is vegetarian, but not all. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's good food. I enjoy it, so I recommend it. Alright, so what I made for dinner tonight is called ramen bomb. And it's basically, you take anything you have in your hiker pack, you dump it into a pot. Ramen is the base. And I used Chinnen noodles. I have two types of ramen with me right now. I have this one, which weighs 3.1 ounces, and I have this one, which weighs 4.23 ounces. So because this is heavier, this is the one I eat first. So I made ramen, and I put in Swiss cheese. I put in mashed sweet potatoes. This stuff is really good. I've got Swiss cheese. That's Swiss cheese right there. And somewhere in the bottom I have a couple hot dogs that I chopped up into small pieces. Let's see if I can find one. Well, they're in there. And I also put some sriracha to make it taste good. So, it's filling. Is it good for you? Probably not. Is it filling? Absolutely. Oh, I'm gonna add some more. I've got some, I got some parsley and some nutrition. Alright, so what I added is basil and nutritional yeast. And I'll just mix that in. And that should help enhance the flavor a little bit. Good morning. It is February 2nd, Groundhog Day. Although, I don't really care about that. I am 7 miles from Heflin. I want to get there early if possible. Because I need to go into town and get a couple things, do a couple things. I want to try to cut my hair. It's getting tangled and snarled, and I don't think I would look very good with dreadlocks, and it's starting to dread up. So I want to get my hair cut off, I think. But we'll see. Anyway, I want to get this video uploaded, which will be special for you guys. You'll get 3 videos this week. I'm 15 miles from a shelter, and there's a 100% chance of rain on Sunday. So I want to get to the shelter before Sunday. So that means I got to do 7 today to Heflin, go into town, come back out this evening, and get ready to hike on, and then do 8 tomorrow. That sounds right. So I'm gonna try to. I crossed road 281 several times today. Hello. It's 7:58, and I've been on the trail for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna keep hiking. Like I said, I gotta try to make it to Heflin by mid-afternoon so I can go to town, do what I need to do, get back on the trail. Hey, so I thought I'd talk about this. Road walking in general, and my hiking type, how I hike specifically. When I'm road walking, I can generally just keep walking. I don't even have to really pay attention. I'm not using my trekking poles. I am watching where I'm going, but I can just kind of like vaguely zone out. When I'm hiking on the trail, if I'm going downhill or if I'm on a flat level section of trail, I can just keep going. I prefer the flat trails or the downhills because I can just keep going. I don't have to stop and think about what I'm doing unless it's really rocky. I don't have to think about the trail, navigating it. But when I'm hiking uphill, what I tend to do is I will find a point 30 feet up the trail, a tree, a rock, a root, something, and I will I'll focus on that, and I will surge, and I will power myself up, and I will get past that point, and then I'll keep surging until I get to a point where I'm out of energy, and then I'll lean on my trekking poles for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, until I get the energy to go again, and then I will pick another point further up the trail, and I will surge, and I will get there. And I will try to go a little further than that. And I have definitely noticed that I've been increasing my stamina. I can surge farther up the trail, past whatever point I picked. But it's probably not the most efficient way to hike uphill. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But I'm not gonna quit this hike. I'm not gonna quit. I keep hiking, and I will figure, if there's a better way of doing it, I'll figure it out. But I generally I prefer the flats and the downhills. All right, according to the sign here, I've done 3 road miles instead of I still have maybe another mile. Unless I was to duck into the woods and try to find the trail, and then it would be only 0.7 or so. But 3 miles road walking and an hour and a half rather than the 7 miles of trail that would have taken me all day. I still get exercise. Probably get more exercise because I'm not stopping as much on the road. But yeah, I really wanted to make it into town before. Just after I made the video for the mile marker, I came across this old forest gate that leads the right direction into the woods. I'm gonna walk a few feet and see if I can't spot the trail through the trees. If I can, I'll hop back on trail real quick for the last little bit into the town, just because I don't like, just because I can. This trail is not, this old forest road is not on the far out map, but now I'm bushwhacking through the woods. The old forest road was taking me the wrong direction, so I think trail is within 30 feet ahead of me. I'm basically on the trail according to far out, but it looks like it gets really steep ahead. Probably should have gone back to the road once I realized I was going the wrong direction. Hey, look at that. Found the trail. I spotted the blaze through the woods. Made it down this pretty steep hill. Not too steep. But I'm about 0.7 from the place where I'll be getting out.